What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Sports Minorities Podcast. A chance for us to just get together during a pandemic and just talk shit about each other's football teams, right? And just have some fun.
Sure.
I'm your host, JC, joined. He's back. He's awake. And his Bucs won, so he's ready to talk. We got Rob.
Hey, what's up, guys?
We got Nori. And still in last place on our standings, we got Chicken Wing. I don't know why you're eating W's, bro. Your Niners aren't. I will first congratulate Chicken Wing. He did buy a new camera. Congratulations. So this one's not injured anymore. This one's coming off the practice squad, good and healthy. So congratulations.
And confirmed, not going against the cap either.
Not
Got
going against the
3.6 million. I made sure that we didn't go against the cap on this one.
Okay. Congratulations. So you can also follow along with us at Sports Minor Pod. That's our Twitter account. And if you join us here, you're watching us live, feel free to chat along with us on the live chat as we make our picks and discuss what happened last week. But before we get into that, we have a little business to take care of, and that is Rob. You missed last week, so we didn't get your Tampa Bay Bucs report card, which I imagine is going to be a little bit better this week than it would have been last week, considering a big one your Bucs got. So feel free now to go ahead and lead us off. Give us your midseason report card on your Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
You know, I'm actually really excited about my Buccaneers, as y'all know. But not for the reasons you might be thinking. Yes, we have a Hall of Fame quarterback right now in Tom Brady. But I'm excited to actually see our receivers start to mesh. We saw some of that come together last week. We saw Mike Evans get back into the fold and start actually making those big catches that he needs to be making. Let's see. So, as usual, I love my quarterback. He's not the greatest. He's not the perfect Tom Brady that we were used to seeing on the Patriots. So I'm going to give him a B+. I'm going to give my receiver core solid B. I think they've got a lot of work, especially with Antonio Brown now in the fold. And with what just recently came out, again, with Antonio just having troubles on the outside world, man, before he even got onto the Tampa Bay team officially. So, I don't know. We'll see how the NFL does that. So I'm going to have to drop I was going to give them an A- on receivers, but I had to drop them down to a B just because Antonio Brown, man, he's messing up that, like,
Chemistry.
I don't know, that chemistry, yeah.
Yeah.
My running backs, surprisingly, I'm going to have to give them an A-. Like, my running backs have been solid this year. Fournette just came back from his injury, and he's been but Ronald Jones has just been a really big surprise for us this year. We expected, he'd develop into a good second-year player, but he's just kind of exploded. Like, he's been very dynamic. He's still working on his catching game, but definitely good there. Special teams has been coming up for us, and defense has definitely been coming up for us. I definitely bring them up from what I would have said last year would have been like a C defense. Right now, they're a B+ defense. I still think they have got a lot of work to do to become just like that solid defense of like the late 90s. But yeah, overall, just a B team or B+ team. Yeah, let's be more realistic.
Stroke him harder, Jesus Christ.
Do you think Antonio Brown is still on the roster by the end of the season if this allegations get worse and all this stuff?
I do think he'll make it through the rest of the season only because he is living with Tom Brady. I think living with the quarterback that's going to be throwing to you is going to have him really make that chemistry there. And, like, I think Tom Brady will keep him out of trouble. It's his last – I mean, this is honestly his last chance. Like, this will be his third strike. If you can't make it with Belichick, if you can't make it, on a solid Steelers defense, a solid Steelers offense, this is your third try. And if you're not going to make it here with someone who genuinely wants you as a receiver, then where do you go from there?
Not to cut you off, but this is his fourth strike because he got his way off the
Oh,
Steelers
that's right.
from
That's
being
right.
from being crazy with the Steelers.
The Raiders.
Right.
From throwing, if he
That's
threw
right. I
a
completely forgot about the Raiders.
he
Yeah.
threw a couch out of a hotel window with the Steelers with multiple abuse allegations from women. The Raiders was a spectacle. Like there was so much going on there, we didn't know where to start. And then the Patriots with the physical abuse allegations to women,
Yeah.
and now with
Right.
Tampa, I don't know what's going on with that. So
Tampa
nobody's
is-
had more resets than Antonio Brown, and I don't know. He needs a therapist, man. He really does.
I mean, there's no denying the man needs something, but like,
But yeah, Colin
I just-
Kaepernick can't get a job. Someone explain that to me. You
yeah.
know? I mean, come on. So
Fine.
Uh,
We don't even have time. We don't even have time to touch that one.
I
we
know.
don't have time
You're
for
right.
that, guys.
You're
We
right.
gotta get some picks, but
I
yeah.
know.
You're right. You're right.
B
No, you're right.
plus,
You're right.
So
B
all
plus
right.
for my Bucks going forward, but yeah. Gotta, lot of room
Granted, they're in the hole 2-0 on your Saints. Are they winning the division or are they getting a wild card?
You know, with Winston coming out, I honestly will give them the wild card. I think Winston is good enough with the tools that he has to stay where they're at. I hate you, Mike. I really do. And the only reason I want them to be the wild card team is I want them to knock them out in the playoffs. So
In New Orleans. You want them
in
to
New
win New
Orleans,
Orleans.
yeah, I
Okay.
want them to knock them out in New Orleans.
All right.
That
Well,
would be bittersweet for you.
that would be,
It would
wouldn't
be,
it?
it'd be
Yeah.
amazing, wouldn't it?
All right. Well, let's get into week 10, how we did. Now, quickly on our records here for the week. Nori and Chicken Wing went 8-6, and Rob and myself went 9-5. Pretty close on the picks for the most part. I mean, I think there's like one game separating us. I need to go back and look and double check which one it was. That was the main one. I think.
I don't talk about that week.
Well,
I
do you
don't
want to
talk about
start
that
with the
game.
Hail Murray? Because good Lord, what
No,
game?
Hail
please.
Murray
Hail-
full of
Let's
Jesus
not
Christ.
talk about that
D-Hop
game.
is with me. Oh man.
You just can't bet against. You really can't bet against the Cardinals this year. Like they're
No.
wildly exceeded even my expectations because I was very excited for them in the preseason because I drafted them for my fantasy, which I'm in first place with, by the way, and mainly because of DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray. I'm like, okay, one bye week, I'm going to get boned, but my God, they've been carrying me in fantasy, and with the stuff they're doing in the NFL is just insane. Arizona's too good. They got the magic. Man.
I've loved watching the TikToks of these group of buddies that are all sports bets, and they all took the Bucks or the Bills, excuse me,
The
Bills, and seeing them react. Like, oh, we got this one, and then that Hail Murray pass, and they're just like, what the hell? I think that was the mood for a lot of people. That Hail Murray saved a lot of money for the house in Vegas on the swing.
Oh, I know. Me and Mike were two of those people who were like, yeah, no.
You're gonna have me unplug my camera at this point. Like, I don't even want to talk about that. I
Oh, it was
legit-
great. No.
I legit wanted to just log off and just delete myself from the digital world at that point.
All I could think of was Houston Texans fans and that Wolverine meme where he's looking at a picture of DeAndre Hopkins. That's all I could think of.
Yes.
Oh, that was my very first comment. Was like, oh, I bet you Watson watched the throw and was like, we traded that for Johnson. What? No.
Arizona. Well, I'm telling you, they got to get. I don't see how
If he doesn't get GM of the year.
I don't know how.
that's
I don't see
just
how.
not-
You have to
That's
get Jim of the year with that.
trade. That is the worst trade I've seen since in our lifetime since Herschel Walker.
The
worst
amount
one.
that the Vikings gave up for Herschel Walker, yeah.
This just surpassed. This just surpassed Dallas for Roy Williams going for a first and a third. This just surpassed that.
Mhm.
Let me just put it this way: Bill O'Brien is lucky he doesn't have a Twitter account. I was ready to blow it up.
Raging.
Rob was a witness.
He may not have a
I
Twitter,
was-
but he's probably got a burner account somewhere. Just
No, dude,
Always got a
no.
photo somewhere.
Rob knew I was on Twitter ready to blow up, and I was like, "This." I'm not going to use my F-bomb yet because it's too early in the show to do it. And no, he doesn't deserve. Bill O'Brien doesn't deserve an F-bomb in this show.
all right.
Screw him.
Let's start
Done.
with Nori on picks we regret. He's the only one that took Washington. Explain
That's actually
yourself.
not a pick that's not a pick I regret. because,
Really?
the final score was Washington 27, Detroit 30.
Yeah.
So,
Which they had to come back to
Detroit-
get it that close. I mean,
Detroit,
Detroit
right,
was
Detroit.
blowing them out. Yeah.
Detroit was blowing them out.
Yeah.
Detroit was only up by one game. I still don't understand that. I feel like if Alex Smith and the Washington football team started up in the first quarter and actually acknowledge that the game has started and not being down by 21 points and try to pull in Atlanta, then, they would have won that game. I don't regret that pick. It was a reach, but I don't regret it because of the score. And I've watched Detroit would have blown them out. You would have seen me here crying. But I can't really admit defeat on that one because I took a risk and I was only up by 3 points. So I don't really regret that one too much.
The one I regret is thinking Houston was going to do something for me. The damn Texans only put up 7 points in Cleveland.
I was with you there.
10-7. What the heck? And then another Vegas swing. Chubb going out of bounds instead of scoring a touchdown actually swung a lot of money the house's way.
A lot of these were ridiculously close, JC. We should have been right on. Listen, we called the Cardinals. I don't care how it happened, but we called that one.
Called the Giants.
We called the Giants.
Yes.
We called the Texans. So really, we should have been like 20-0 last week, but we weren't because you're stupid Titans.
Trust me, that's what I worry about with the Colts. It's always the Colts. You're at home on a short week, and it's the damn Colts. It's Phillip Rivers. How in the hell? I mean, maybe because Rivers did it to us when he was with the Chargers too. He was a kryptonite for us with the Chargers.
But you never know which Rivers is going to come out. That's why it's so hard to pick the damn Colts.
He's always good against us. So, yeah, I think the closest we got to beating Phillip Rivers in my lifetime that I can recall was London 2 years ago when we went for 2 in the win, which I'm okay with going for 2 in that situation. Just do it, man. Let's get out of there. And that was Rabel's first year, and I liked it. He had some balls, So
for sure.
Outside of that, the one I guess I kind of regret outside Houston was Chicago.
Me too.
Very surprised by that.
Me too. I was surprised by that too.
Cousins getting his first ever win on Monday Night Football too, by the way. Rob chickened out on picking the Jets over the Patriots, but he went with Cousins to beat Chicago, and he's the only one that got that right. So you weren't on this show. Explain your reasoning on that pick going into that.
Okay, my only reason is just because I don't believe in Chicago. I don't believe in their defense at all. And with Dalvin Cook going off as an elite running back, and then having Justin Jefferson as just an up-and-coming receiver, the offense was there. I believed in that offense against a really weak Chicago defense. This is not the Chicago defense that we grew up with. This is kind of a mediocre defense, and it just doesn't play aggressive. And with the running game that's solid, I just had to go with Minnesota.
Right. Good. It was a good pick. I can see that.
Yeah.
I thought the Bears defense saw the game plan. Like, hey, just stop Cook and we're good. But I guess they didn't get that memo. So thanks for that.
All right.
Sorry.
Chicken Wing, any pick you regret this weekend?
Yes, the first pick I should have went with my gut is Indy. Surprisingly, I'm not sad about the Buffalo pick. I'm annoyed by the Buffalo game. I'm not sad by it. I should have went with my gut. Indy's pass defense proved its point. It proved its point last Thursday. It shut y'all down. And I should have went with my gut instinct on that one, but I was like, no, because of King Henry. And boy, was I wrong. But they listened to my advice and they stopped King Henry. I think he was held for the first half, and then he started to come out the second half, right?
But then they went away from him. Yeah, that was
I went for, like you said, you're right. Colts have a great defense. They have a good pass defense, but I looked at who's been more consistent. Titans have been more consistent. I don't regret that pick at all.
I mean, because my instinct said pick Indy because of the fact that all they had to rely on was King Henry, and if they could shut that down, their pass defense was enough to just control the game, and they did. And that's the pick I regret. Like every other pick that I lost, okay, I kind of see why, and I'm actually happy that the Giants won. But let's not forget, boys. As of today, Dallas is last in the NFC. Oh yes, yes. Dallas is last in the NFC. Okay, I'm done. That's it.
Hey, and we don't say this often, but thank you, 2020.
Oh.
Wow, what a year, huh? What a year.
Now we're 2-10.
Yeah.
2-10 in 2020. There you go. I'm done.
All right, so as far as our overall standings go, Chicken Wing still in the rear, 94-52. Rob picked up a game. He's at 96-50. Nori 97-49, and I'm at 146. So first one to 100 wins right here. Boom on the year. So I got to brag, right?
I'm down by 3 now instead of 2. I'll catch up.
You should only be at 99, except for D-Hop and Hail Murray over there.
No,
Exactly.
What
or-
a win! What a
or
win!
no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or I should
What
have
a
kept pace with him
whore.
because the Texans should have done their job, scored more than 10 points.
I
You
don't know
know?
why you listened to him. I told you exactly what to do, and you were like, "No, I'm gonna go with
I
Jake's
don't
team."
think I've ever trusted the
No,
Texans again this year.
no,
And so
Deshaun Watson, I like how he's having the team play because he said, I'm not here for a rebuild. And they've been playing better football. And the Browns, come on, guys, have we learned to trust the Browns? I'm glad you guys did.
it was two teams I couldn't trust, and I had to pick one of them, and I
Right,
went with my
right.
division. So
But
I chose-
the Browns
I chose the team
jammed the
with
ball down
weapons,
your throat.
mhm.
I
The
chose the team with
Browns-
weapons. I'm sorry, man. Deshaun has no weapons. Who does he have?
Himself.
Deshaun.
Okay, I'm just saying. I chose the team with weapons, and Nick Chubb swung the house bets. Hey,
All right.
Hey.
Well, we're going to be making our picks now for week 11. And at a request from Nori, because he's tired of being, picking behind me,
Hate it.
I'm
I hate
putting.
it. JC takes all my good ideas. It's
So-
not
you
fair.
should make him go first then.
Here's what I'm doing. I'm on a website that's like a random name generator. I'm putting our names in right now as we speak. And I'm going to let this thing pick the order. So here we go.
No, you know what? I don't care what the order is. It's just something different. I like where, like, let's say ESPN First Take or whatever, they just randomly, doesn't matter what the topic is, a new person starts each time. That's the only
Which is
reason why
fine. I mean, that's how I normally do it on
Yeah.
the WrestleCast. So we can do it
Yeah.
that way if you want. Obviously, though, if it's your team or two teams in your division, you're going first. That's my only thing on that. I think that's fine doing that.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
I'm good with
Just
that.
use RNG. Use RNG. I like it. Let's go.
Okay.
Roll it.
All right. Well, let me see how the RNG comes out. So here we go. Picking the first name right now.
Well, except for the
JC.
Thursday game.
Yeah.
Except for the Thursday game, because I got to do that one.
Yeah.
Well, you are going to do that first.
Oh, yeah.
But this is
Yeah.
this is for the rest of
Yeah.
them. So outside of that, our order is going to be Rob. You're going to go first.
Gross.
All right. Next one. Here we go. Dun, 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 rolling.
I'm after JC. I swear to God, I'll break something.
Nori, you're going second.
Ah!
Yeah, all right.
Now he's going to steal all my ideas. Yes.
Who's gonna go third? It's okay if you come up with my idea. I'll just like ad lib some other idea on the fly.
You know what you should do? You should just say exactly what I said. and
Chicken
say
wing
them out.
is going
Yeah.
third, so I'm going last on this one. So
Oh, so we're just going around in circles.
No, JC's gonna steal my idea. Now I don't need that.
no,
in
you're
life.
before me. You're before me. So I'm going
Yeah,
last on
you're
this.
third,
So
dummy.
No,
I
JC,
know,
if
that's what I'm
JC,
saying.
if JC
I
stole your
want to
ideas,
be last.
if JC stole your ideas, he'd be in last place.
Yeah.
He's not stealing your ideas.
No.
Drops.
Exactly.
no, this is good for me because I'll see whatever Chicken Wing's doing and do the opposite, and I'll be good. So
That's what I do too.
all right.
That's the tech. That's the tech.
So-
Go ahead, mess up your game.
Like if Chicken Wing would have blocked there, I would have stepped.
Let's start with the Thursday game. First off, the teams on a bye are Buffalo, and thank God they need one after that. That was heartbreaking for them.
That was
Chi-
bad.
Chicago definitely needs the bye after losing at home on a Monday night. Nori's Giants on a bye going into a pretty good weekend. Like I said, y'all are turning it around. This is a good bye for y'all. And then Chicken Wings Niners are on a bye as well. So y'all definitely need to heal.
They need something.
Yeah.
We just put 2 more players on by, so no, we're good.
Okay.
I mean, on IR, so it's okay.
Now, before we jump into the
You-
picks,
you count you.
I'm going to allow Nori to take a moment to praise his Knicks for once because he never really gets to do that. The NBA draft is tonight. Nori, celebrate, but keep your clothes on. How happy are you with your Knicks pick?
I'm disappointed I have to keep my clothes on, but being a Knicks fan, I can't describe to you the pain of anything you feel for any franchise. Whatever you want to think of, the Knicks is worse. Literally in my
Cowboys.
lifetime,
Yeah.
old. No.
Yeah.
Is it, no. In my lifetime, I'm 37. I've never seen a Knicks championship. Let me just put some perspective for all you kids who don't know. The last time the Knicks won a championship, Phil Jackson was a player.
Yes. In the
73.
70s. Mhm.
That's the last time the Knicks won a
That's
championship.
the only
So-
one, right? Is that the only championship they got?
No, 70 and 73.
70 and 73.
So keep in mind when they do the 90s Knicks are long gone. Those were awesome to watch, long gone. Now they've since 2000, since James Dolan bought the team, they've been a train wreck and a disaster and a laughing stock. We got Leon Rose from Creative Agency. I think they're stealing the Golden State and actually the Lakers model of Rob Panilla. What's his last name, Rob? Your Kobe's agent, Kobe's agent turned it to their GM. It's Rob somebody. I think it's Panilla. But anyway, he's been doing great with them. I believe the GM for the Golden State did the same thing, but without going too far, Knicks finally hit their first round pick. We did that with Porzingis a while ago, but we don't know how to keep players. So I'm hoping with this GM, all I can do is hope because I have no more tears to spill. And there's only so much rum I can drink, and my body can hold at one time. All I can do is hope that, we got our guy and he's great and we keep him. So,
right.
Yes, thank you for that moment of silence.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Now to football, week 11, Thursday night game, Fox NFL Network, Amazon Prime, and I think Twitch is going to be simulcasting it as well. So be looking out for that. At least I saw a Twitch ad. Arizona at Seattle, big NFC West showdown. Chicken Wing, your team is on a bye week. Seattle's favored by 3. It is your division, so you are picking this one first. What you got?
They both need to lose. That's what needs to happen. First of all,
First game was a classic, though. I mean,
they both need to lose.
Yeah.
And so, just so you know, boys, I put the playoff machine. It's up and running, and it's in the chat. So I put it in there for you boys.
We will be going that. I think after Thanksgiving week, we're going to be starting doing that on this show. So we're going to make a playoff prediction. So okay.
There you go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Naturally, I know that they're coming off of a loss, but Seattle at home, regardless of the lack of crowd, it's still tough to beat. So I will still stick with Russ. It is going to be a shootout because both defenses are, well, they're not terrible, but Arizona's a lot better than Seattle's, but it's still going to be a shootout. Russell's too good to not take a second loss in a row. And if he does, I'm surprised. But yeah, I'm gonna go Seattle on this one.
All right, Rob, you're next.
I guess I'm up next. I'm gonna have to go with Kyler Murray and D-Hop. They're just playing too hot right now. Like that receiver core is just doing crazy things. And they beat a good Buffalo team. Like that sounds so weird coming out of my mouth.
Right, 2020. No, I know.
I know. But yeah, they beat a solid Buffalo team. So I want to go with the momentum, and I'm going to go with Arizona in this one.
Nori?
So this is bringing back traumatic experiences of my parents fighting all over again because, mom Seattle, dad Cardinals. Just I hate watching them fight each other. I love both how they play football. I love Russell Wilson. He's probably minus Saquon Barkley, he's my literal favorite player in the NFL, is Russell Wilson. That being said, I really do believe that the comparisons are fair for Kyler Murray is the next Russell Wilson. They're playing on an incredible level. Hopkins catching that ball he had no business catching. I mean, that just shows that some kind of that football magic where you just ride the wave. I'm riding the wave. I'm going with Arizona.
Same. The Seahawks have lost 2 in a row. They've lost to Buffalo, who Arizona just beat. They lost to the Rams in LA. Yes. Russell Wilson has not been playing well these last 2 weeks when he looked like an MVP caliber candidate. And it's at the point right now where I am benching him this week on my fantasy team for Ben Roethlisberger. I can't trust him right now.
Something's off. Something's off.
Until he fixes the turnover issue. And yes, Seattle at home, but it's not the same. It's not the same watching the Seahawks without a crowd there. They need that crowd more than anything.
Seahawks have to win this game. I don't care about that 12-man thing because of Corona. There's no advantage there anymore. Seattle has to win this game.
Arizona's hot. Arizona is playing motivated. I'm going with the Cards right now. So I
completely forgot that they did lose to Buffalo like the week prior. But
yes, they were losing big, and they actually got some bunch of touchdowns in garbage time to make it close.
Exactly. So that offense is too potent to lose. But I will say this: when they lost to the Rams, they actually knocked them to 3rd in our division. So
I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming at all. The Rams,
no one did.
Which, by the way, I forgot. This is the year where there's going to be 3 wildcard teams in each conference, not 2. Yep. So yeah, we were talking.
Make it.
we were talking playoff seedings before and thought, well, there's no way the Niners could get in. The Niners still have a shot to get in if they can just start winning some games and get everybody back healthy. So, but
we won't talk about that. We are too far behind right now. We are currently 11th.
Chicken looks so depressed. I'm just trying to cheer him up a little bit. All right.
No, it's not that. We're just hurt.
Okay.
If you want to cheer him up, just talk about the Cowboys. Don't talk about the Niners. Just talk about the Cowboys to cheer him up.
Well, let's get to the Sunday noon games. Starting with Philadelphia going to Cleveland. We are actually going to see that locally on TV. Fox is going to pick that up for the noon game for us. So Cleveland favored by 3. Rob, what you got on this one?
I got Cleveland on this one. I think Nick Chubb's playing smart football, unlike some other teams that will go unmentioned. Stopping at the 1 yard line, even though yes, it did screw over a lot of Cleveland bettors, that was the right play. Like
And fantasy owners, but it was a
and
genius
fantasy
play.
owners, but it
And it's
was
selfless.
Yeah.
Selfless.
yeah, like you could just run up your stats, but you choose to walk out at the 1 yard line, knowing that full well your team is gonna win.
The funny part of that is the coach told him to do that, and he remembered like at the 5
Yeah,
he
like
was
at the
supposed to
very
do that.
last second, like the interview was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, you said don't score. Let me go out at the." So yeah,
His coach
Yeah.
did say I wouldn't have cared if he had scored, but I mean, it was still great football IQ.
I mean,
Great
yeah,
football.
they were going to go up 10. I don't see the
there
Texans
we go,
winning either
10,
way. Yeah,
with
so
like
but still,
40 seconds left.
Running backs have so much to think about. They're not going to remember that kind of stuff. They're either
Yeah.
block or they run. You know what I mean? That's their main job.
Yeah.
Catch a
But,
ball
I mean,
sometimes, but
he had an open field, and
Right. right.
yeah,
there was like,
That
"Oh,
was
clear
genius.
mine. Let me just."
yeah.
All right,
How many
yeah, sorry,
fantasy how many fantasy people lost by like less than 6 points because of that? That's would be hilarious to me. So, Nori, what you got?
I got the Browns too for different reasons because it's not just I should say different reasons. I agree with all those reasons. I'm going to piggyback off that a little bit. It's not just Nick Chubbs, but if the Browns can put this together, they legit have the best running back duo in football. People really forget how talented Kareem Hunt was before that crazy hotel incident. They really forgot how amazingly that this guy was playing at an almost MVP level with Kansas. So and they both put over 200 yards of offense on the Texans, which is nuts. I don't see Philly stopping that. Something's off in Philly. I think talent-wise, they're still the best division in football, but something's off with them, and I'm okay with it. I've got Browns by a mile on this one.
All right, Chigwing.
Oh, I got the Browns. I already said my reasons why.
Mm.
Too many weapons. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just picking back off those two. But yes, Browns is gonna eat that win and take it all the way.
We ain't even at that game yet.
The Eagles are in the NFC East. Enough said. I'm picking the Browns. It's just the way it is right now. So,
I would too.
And Cleveland's at home. So coming off, I mean, yeah, it was a low scoring, but it was a tough win for them, and I think they're starting to mesh a little bit without Odell Beckham Jr. Getting that going. They still have weapons. The Eagles are the Eagles right now. So I'm going with the Browns. Next game, Atlanta at New Orleans. Let me see how the map looks on this one. Actually, most of the country is going to see this. It's going to be a pretty good game, I think. This is going to be, I think, tough to pick. New Orleans is favored by 5, but they don't have Drew Brees, who's going to be out. Have they said how long, or is it just because it's a cracked rib?
Elbow, cracked ribs, and a collapsed lung. So he's.
I can't imagine him come back anytime soon. They can decorate that all they want. I can't imagine him come back anytime soon.
No,
There's
not at
no
his
way
age.
he comes back in like.
And he's over 40.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
so,
Why?
you know.
Why are you rushing back?
Now, Rob, this is your division. You'd be picking first anyway, so have at it. Does Matt Ryan go into New Orleans and get a win, or is Jameis Winston actually going to eat a W that he contributed to for once?
I'm really conflicted on this just because it is Winston at quarterback right now.
What if
I
told
believe
you?
in Kamara. Kamara is an amazing running back. He does things that a lot of the other running backs in the league don't do right now. He catches, he runs after the catch, and like I hate picking the Saints. I'm gonna pick the Saints. I don't like it, but I'm gonna have to pick the Saints. Like Winston just has to be just a general. He doesn't even have to be the playmaker in this one. He's got so many weapons around him that can do it for him, and that's it. Like he doesn't have to bank those big, crazy ass runs and plays, whatever, or interceptions. Hopefully.
Yep. Nori?
I'm going to do something that hasn't happened all year. I'm going to pick the Falcons to win, and they're going to win.
Oh no!
So,
Oh no!
sports
you.
better Saints fans must love me right now because I am the Antichrist for picking the Falcons and being the opposite. I'm the Skip Bayless of the Falcons for some reason. Whenever I pick them, they lose.
Every Atlanta
Whenever I pick
fan
them to
right
win.
now is like, no.
No,
Sorry.
Nori, don't
Sorry, guys.
do it.
Guys, I'm sorry. I really feel like I don't trust Winston at all. I'm a little opposite of Rob. I get where Rob is coming from. He's looking at the 30 touchdowns. I'm looking at the 30 interceptions. So I don't trust Winston.
But you have Kamara, dude. You can't. Say,
You do,
like, he doesn't-
but
you can't-
the Falcons are not as bad as their record, and they're showing that. And they're winning games they don't have no business winning, and they lost the games they really shouldn't have lost. There's a lot of talent there. I still feel like They're going to have to change the game plan for the Saints. I don't think Winston is nearly as smart as Teddy Bridgewater, who adapted flawlessly last year. An idiot who would steal crab legs is not as smart as Bridgewater. I'm sorry. He's not even on Tampa anymore because he doesn't have high football IQ. You know what I mean? Like he's just not that good. I'm gonna go with the Falcons on this. Call it a reach. I'm going with the Falcons.
All right, Chicken Wing.
So with Breeze going to be out at least 3 weeks. Jesus, that hurts my soul saying that.
Yeah. Let that simmer for a moment.
Yeah.
It is.
He doesn't know he's going to
'cause
pray to on Sunday. Basically, is what's going on here.
I really don't know who I'm going to pray to yet. This one I have to sit on up in the air because I don't.
No, sit on that stuff. You did that last week. No, you got to pick something.
You got to, or at least lean.
none of the
Where are you
stuff.
leaning right now?
Yeah.
I'm leaning the Falcons.
Okay.
Like for sure. I'm leaning the Falcons because like what Nori said, Winston doesn't have the IQ. But the problem is actually no, I'm definitely leaning the Falcons because he at least on Tampa Bay he had weapons.
Mm-hmm.
He had Godwin and he had Evans, so he had weapons. He doesn't have as many weapons as he does in New Orleans. That's why I'm
Julio Jones and Kamara. Like, come on. Oh no, just kidding. He's got Kamara. Like, come on.
Is Michael Thomas still out? Is Michael Thomas still out?
No, Michael Thomas is back. He's been playing
He's back.
for the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
He's back, but it's
I
just
don't know.
those
Winston, I
two.
don't trust him.
See,
I don't trust him.
that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, trust me. Like, look. You want the Saints to win, Rob? That's on you. I just don't see it.
No, I don't want the Saints to win. But every time I pick the Falcons this year, they burn me. And
Me too. No, me too. Me too.
Like,
But they're everybody, bro. Like, come on, they've blown so many leads. But
Rob,
like,
look at my eyes. Rob, look at my eyes. Look at this. Nobody understands heartbreak more than a Knicks fan. I'm used to it. I'm used to it. There's nothing you can do to me, Atlanta. There's nothing your Falcons can do to me that I haven't experienced myself.
Exactly.
I've cried all the tears I can cry.
I am
You won't hurt me anymore.
leaning.
No.
I'm leaning towards the Falcons in this one. They will eke a W.
Okay.
I hate saying that, but I'm leaning the Falcons.
Me too.
On this one.
Me too.
I think the best case scenario for the Saints is the fact that this game is at home. When Breeze got hurt, I was really watching the game Winston came in last week against the Niners and thought, okay, if he shits the bed, the Saints are screwed. He didn't play bad. He got him another touchdown. He played good enough to keep him in the lead. He managed the game well. He's got a really good defense. I think the Saints have a great defense, a better pass rush than pretty much anybody else in that division. Birds up, Marcus Davenport leading it for the Saints. So I'm going with Winston to get a W here, only because this game is at home. As far as the couple weeks after that, I don't know. No, I don't know.
Well, then they play him. They play him again in week 13. So remember that.
So yeah, I mean, I'm just like, okay, he'll get this one at home. He doesn't have to have the IQ. He's got Sean Payton for that, and hopefully Sean Payton can help him make some better decisions.
He's got to make reads and throw it.
He's got to make reads and throw it, but.
I mean,
in the heat of the moment,
he's no Dwayne Haskins, bro.
Listen, in the heat of the moment, he's got to look at defensive audibles and trust it. And I trust the 30 INTs to tell more of the story than I do the 30 touchdowns. So again, I'm not saying like even Falcons are going to blow them out or whatever. I just think Falcons are a little more focused. They have a little more to prove. I think the Saints will look good against the Bucs. So.
Yeah. It's a matter of, do you trust the Falcons more or do you trust Jameis Winston more?
Falcons.
So yeah, for me right now, it's Winston and the Saints. It's more the Saints. He's got a better team around him. So
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
That's where I'm going.
Because I don't trust either.
I get it. Yeah. I don't expect you would.
I don't trust any of them. Like
I get it.
Winston or the Falcons.
Yeah.
I get it.
All right. Cincinnati at Washington. And this one's going to be on CBS. And let's see how the map looks. Yeah, pretty much the Washington area and the Cincinnati area are the only places they're going to see this game. So Washington is actually favored by 1. Rob, where are you picking on this one?
I actually am going to go with Joe Burrows and the Bengals. Like, I don't know. There's just something about him. Like, I want to see him just explode. Like, and I think against Washington, he has an opportunity. I know Washington's pass defense is really good, but I think Joe Burrow being a more mobile quarterback will just be a better, I guess, more opportunities for him to succeed. So I'm going to go with Burrow on this one.
All right. Nori?
Okay, I'll sum this up. Bengals' greatest achievement, beating the Titans. Washington's greatest achievement, to be determined. So I'll pick the Bengals.
Okay. Chicken wing.
Burrow. It's all Burrow, baby. He taking that W.
Mhm.
He's not going to eat him,
Not
but
gonna
he'll
eat it.
definitely take him. So I just at this point of the game, I don't see Washington as a playoff contender when it comes to the NFC least. So I believe it's going to come down to Philly and the Giants when it comes to the least. So for sure, Burrow's going to take this W.
Yeah, clean sweep, the Bengals. Yeah, it is on the road, but they're going to come off. I mean, yeah, they played the Steelers last week. Steelers just on another level right now. They're going to respond well. You mentioned the Titans, which we've learned that the Titans have a shit for a pass defense. So we'll get
And
into
listen,
that.
the Titans are a better team. The Titans are a better team, but the point is, like, when the spotlight was on you to play a great team, a bad team would lay down. And Joe Burrow's got those boys playing like I don't think they realize they suck under Burrow, which is what Cincinnati's been waiting for years. So I'm glad Burrow is doing everything that he's supposed to be doing. Like, I hope that franchise really builds around him. They've never done it before, but I hope they do. They're fun to watch.
All right, and Detroit at Carolina. Now, there's no spread. This is basically right now a pick 'em. There's no spread on this one. Then it's pretty much the whole state of Michigan and the surrounding area around Charlotte's the only one's going to see this. Rob, where are you going on this one? I know Carolina's in your division. Detroit's coming in. Who you got?
I've got Carolina on this one. If McCaffrey's playing. If McCaffrey's not playing, then I'm taking Detroit. So it really comes down to that. I do trust the Panthers to put up points, but I just don't know. Yeah, I want them to have a solid running game, and I like the variety that McCaffrey brings to the team. If he's not there, they become very one-dimensional, and after that, it's just kind of eh.
All right.
But yeah, Panthers, go.
Nori?
You could take out McCaffrey. You could take out the backup Davis. And I would still pick the Panthers. Detroit sucks. I said it last week. They should have lost. I don't know how Detroit beat two teams. Bless their hearts.
This
Good
is
for them.
Washington.
But
Washington was the other
why.
one. So
but Washington almost. That's
why
my
are you
point.
questioning it? It's
That's my
Washington.
point. Detroit almost lost to them. That's my point. So I even with a third string running back, I would still pick Panthers because they're better. They're clearly better coached. They play harder. I mean, and apparently it is showing. I think it is showing that. Oh my God, I can't talk. The Detroit coach. Why can't I think of his name now?
I can't think of his name either.
Yeah, and that's how relevant you are exactly. So like, I literally forgot his name, but another Patriots flunky.
Patricia.
Thank you, Matt Patricia.
There you go.
Another Patriots flunky who was come from the great Belichick tree, who couldn't coach his way out of middle school football. Another disappointing Detroit regime. No, yeah, I'm going with the Panthers.
All right, Chicken Wing.
Panthers. Bridgewater is too solid of a quarterback right now. And the way he's playing, the level he's playing on, it's too solid of a quarterback to let Detroit come in and smack him around. Should be no reason to. Do I think it's going to be a close game? Yeah, because Stafford is still a decent quarterback. But in the end, Bridgewater's just too solid, too good right now.
All right, yeah, and I'm going Carolina. This is a clean sweep. You mentioned it. Bridgewater's great. With or without McCaffrey, they're at home, and it's an outdoor stadium. Detroit, doesn't play as well outdoors, so I'm going with Carolina here. Next game, Pittsburgh at Jacksonville. Pittsburgh favored by 10.
Note.
What?
Side note. So I just did the playoff machine while we were picking, and I have the Giants in at 6-10. Yes! Oh! Sorry. I just want to throw that out there.
Okay. Let's see how that plays. Could happen. Basically, you're saying that it could happen. That's really what's going on here. So.
Oh yeah, because the next 2 weeks for Miami, they're
yeah.
Mike was generous. Mike was generous, saying 7-8 wins it. It's actually going to be 6-10. Mike was being generous.
All right. Pittsburgh at Jacksonville. I think this is going to go quick. I think everybody here agrees the Steelers are going to go 10-0.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. Okay. Jacksonville's been balling under their third string quarterback. I'm not picking the Jacksonville. I'm just saying, don't be surprised.
No.
Don't be surprised because they've been balling. They only lost by 4 points to the Packers, and the Packers had to pull things out of their ass to beat them. I think the Steelers sleep on this game like they slept on the Cowboys. I will not be surprised if Jacksonville wins. I actually think it's going to be a close game, but I'm still going to go with the Steelers.
I don't know if it'll be as close as Dallas. I think that Dallas game was a wake up call for the Steelers. So I just
But
don't.
Jacksonville's been
see it.
balling since
Uncle
Minshew
Rico?
playing. Yeah, since he's not been playing. Now, Uncle Rico ain't bad, but their third string, or no, I'm sorry, their backup quarterback has been
Their backup quarterback, yeah.
been very good.
Whoever it is, yeah. So
He's been very good.
yeah, they'll be good for a year, and then they're just going to suck next year. That's the Jacksonville
Thank
way. So, but yeah,
That-
Yeah.
that
I
is the
don't
way.
know. Okay,
This is the way.
Whoa, stop.
Here we go.
Like, I
Here
don't
we
think
go.
I don't think they're gonna be that bad. Like, I think Houston's gonna keep going down, and they'll be third in their division. Not, yeah.
okay.
I think Texans are gonna.
All right, so we all got Steelers. That was easy enough.
They
Now,
don't care.
two teams coming off some losses, some bad losses. Tennessee going into Baltimore. Yeehaw. Great. I'm I just I feel a little better about this one, the fact that Baltimore lost as well. And they lost in the beat by the Titans in the playoffs bowl. Basically, that's what it was on Sunday night. So Baltimore is favored by 6.5. This might be a bit of a homer pick, but screw it. I'm going with the Titans because
Never change, JC.
no, I'm
change.
never. But we beat them in the playoffs. Baltimore's passing offense hasn't always been as great, which is good because our passing defense has been shit this year. It sucks. We can't tackle. Our special teams has been crap. Or both punting game now that Brett Kern's hurt. So basically, that game against Indy, there's three parts to a good football team: offense, defense, special teams. We sucked at two of them. So just get back on our high horse. We need to get this back and got to get the win because we got to play Indy again for the twice in 3 weeks. So going Titans. I might be the only one. We'll find out. Rob, what you got?
Man,
You know, I thought JC was losing his voice, right? He
I
like,
was,
"Bro,
yeah.
really good."
All right, got some water
but
here. Excuse me.
He didn't want to hear it.
JC's not going to be the only Titans fan this week. I am.
My God.
Like, I can't
of fantasy?
believe. I don't think Derrick Henry can have 3 bad games in a row. Like,
Just block for him, man.
yeah,
Jesus.
like when they went back to blocking for Derrick Henry, second half it was all Tennessee, but that first half just was like, okay, let's shut down King Henry, and they did. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Tennessee because I believe. So,
All right,
Nori.
I'm going with the Titans too because I'm looking at it like the Titans aren't underperforming. The Ravens just lost to the Patriots, so they can't talk. What did the Ravens do to address the reason why they lost to the Titans in the first place? Is if you shut down Lamar Jackson in the run, what's their option? Who are they throwing it to? Nobody. So it's still nobody. So if the Titans have the same game plan as last time, and I'm pretty sure they want this win more than what the Ravens don't want to lose, I'm going to go with the Titans too.
all right, and Chicken Wing.
I'll be the only one that's going to go Baltimore.
I
Because
figured.
Tennessee's defense is absolute trash. Not because I hate you, JC. I actually do love you, brother. But
No, our
your
passing
defense-
defense is shit. I agree. Our passing
Yeah.
defense is horrible.
your defense is absolute trash.
I'm
so,
still mad we didn't re-sign Logan Ryan, and he's over there in New York and could very easily win a division. Yeah, lucky you.
Dude, he saved us. He saved us so many games.
How do you
He
get
saved
rid
us.
of like one of the best? Basically led the league in interceptions the last 2 years.
That was
That's
bad.
I cannot believe they
It's
Thank
re-signed
you
him.
so much for him.
Yes,
Thank
It's
you
just-
so much for him.
You,
So
you
annoying.
got a combination. You got a combination of that. Plus, you got some key injuries that are like kind of really hurting you. Because like you notice after what was it like 2.5 weeks ago, you lost your
punter.
offensive tackle.
Oh, Taylor Lewan. Yeah,
Yeah. See, and after
Towards
he went
ACL.
down, you just see the difference in
yeah.
your
That's
squad.
Tannehill. That's Tannehill's blind side. So
Exactly.
That's the hard part.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's going to be the he was the huge difference maker because like you noticed before he went down, like your games were pretty convincing. Now that he's gone, y'all are struggling pretty hard. So
oh my god. Yeah. It's
that's
annoying.
going to be the difference maker, and he's going to be not his absence is the reason why y'all lost, but a combination of that and your defense, your horrid defense, is why Baltimore is going to take this win.
All right. Just get back on track so we can beat Indy the following week. That's all I'm worried about right now. And then New England at Houston, which, by the way, when you look at the map, most of the country is actually going to see Tennessee and Baltimore, except for us because the damn Texans are here. So we're one of the few parts of Texas that is actually going to have to watch New England at Houston. So Red Zone it is, or if you got the ticket, go give it a watch. But New England
Gotta
at
love watching your rival.
huh? No, you're
Gotta love
not.
watching your division.
Shut the hell up.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying for you, like that sucks for you.
No, I'm not going to give my rating. CBS is going to be banned for the first half of the day. New England's favored by 2 going into Houston. Coming off honestly a surprising win for some people, beating Baltimore. So, Rob, who you got?
I got New England on this. I think Belichick's finally found a way to start using Cam Newton,
Mhm.
and I mean they really don't have any other weapons. But if they can keep finding ways to use Newton's mobility, then so be it.
All right. Nori?
I got the Patriots simply because I read why they beat the Ravens, and I didn't realize how young their team was. And a lot of those picks are hitting that they actually, which is not surprising to the Patriots, but they're putting together a really solid game plan. Belichick, it's surprising they're losing games, but like he's still probably the smartest coach still in football. The Texans, I don't think just have enough to beat the Patriots game plan, so I'm going to go with the Patriots too.
All right, Chicken Wing?
I'm literally watching a Western of 2 cowboys with no guns on each side. That's what this game is. So, with that being said, I'm going to go with the smarter head coach, which is Belichick. This dude is literally one of the smartest head coaches in Super Bowl era. Let's just call it what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Guy's a genius. So if he found a creative way to beat Baltimore, he's definitely going to find a creative way to beat up on Houston.
Yeah, regardless of who's quarterback, New England has had Houston's number, and basically what I'm seeing now is New England is finally out of the preseason with Cam Newton. They finally figured things out, so I'm going with the Patriots, which will make me happy that the Texans are going to lose, and I really hope it sticks out that way. So, clean sweep here with the Patriots. So, before we get into the late afternoon games, Cam is on a prove-it deal in New England. Chicken Wing in our group chats has been really hoping that there's a chance that they could sign Cam in the offseason to his 49ers. Does anybody really here think that Cam, besides Chicken Wing, could leave the Patriots?
I don't think he leaves Belichick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if he can keep the trust that Bill Belichick has given him at this point, I mean, he has been benched at one point, but he has become the starter again, and I think he stays.
The only way he leaves, and this is serious, the only way he leaves New England is if somehow he gets Dak's agent, who fills his head with all kinds of nonsense and tells him stories that are of yesteryear and that are not really reality. The only way he leaves. But any sensible human being on the planet is going to tell him, I don't care if they pay you $1 million again, stay there. Like,
or if he hires Kawhi's uncle.
Kawhi's uncle,
or
yeah.
Bill O'Brien becomes
Wonderful.
an agent, so yeah, one of those.
Wonderful
things.
agent, Kawhi's uncle.
I mean, I think the 49ers will do something because G's getting hurt a little too often for a franchise quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
It's not alarming, but it's definitely noticeable. So you need to do something to get a solid backup there for the 49ers.
What are you talking about? Oh my God, that dude is hurt like every year.
No, he's not hurt every year.
He has been.
Last year, how many games did he play last year?
Last year was the only year he played a full season.
So that's not every year. So, like, the year before, yes, he had a major injury week 3, and then you guys drafted Bosa, for sure. Last year, Super Bowl. This year, you all get hurt, so you imbeciles are going to do bad again, and you're going to get a high draft pick, and we'll probably go back to the Super Bowl. And it's crap.
So we just going to forget about the time that, Tom was suspended the first 4 games, Jimmy G plays 1 game, he gets hurt. That's why Bridgewater played, and he started. The dude is hurt every single year except for last year. Yeah,
we're going to forget about that because I have Carson Wentz in my division, so you're not going to outlogic me here.
I'm not going to outlogic you. Yeah. I'm just saying, listen, the guy is not a bad quarterback. He's just hurt all the time. Literally, like last year was the only.
Then get a line to protect him. Get a line to protect him.
It's not just like it's not like Tony Romo injuries where he had like a pinky or he had a concussion. He's out a couple of weeks. This guy's like, hey, Jimmy G's leg has been severed. He's out the whole season. And then it's like the next year, hey, his arm is missing. It's like, dude, this guy's getting major injuries on the legs. It's weird. But luckily he's not a running quarterback. I still think they're going to trade for a low-risk Sam Darnold so Trevor Lawrence can, waste his career with the Jets. But I think that's your best option. I don't think it's Cam.
Unless Lawrence pulls an Eli and wants out. So
I wouldn't go to the Jets.
Yeah.
I would definitely do that too.
Yeah, and then years later he'll look back and say the greatest decision he made was quitting on the Jets before he took a snap.
Now mind you, I'm just selfish because I want Cam. That's just, I'm just selfish because I want Cam, but I honestly think like the top 4 QBs available quarterbacks would be Cam, Sam, Matty Ice, and Trevor Lawrence. And
The
then
49ers
that kid Justin from I think Ohio State,
Justin
right?
Fields from Ohio State. Yeah.
There you go, Justin Fields. So like all of them will be better than Jimmy G right now.
49ers should say, hey, Dak, guess what? Come take less money and play with us and F the Cowboys. That would be awesome.
I mean, if Dak wants to win a
That would be
championship, he
awesome.
might have a better shot in San Francisco than he would.
And I think he
Dallas,
does.
let's
That's
be
my
honest.
only argument.
Yeah,
But see, he wants money though. So that's why if anything, if the Niners can steal him on a prove it contract, bro.
But
too
he does
easy.
want money. But look
He
at
doesn't want to
how
prove a contract.
how I don't think anybody realizes how really deep the Dallas problems are. If we're being objective, I don't even think Dak realized it. I don't think anybody realized it. Jerry Jones didn't see it.
No,
We didn't
nobody
see it
realized
then.
until he got hurt.
So, yeah, you had some injuries, but you don't have 49ers injuries. Or even the 49ers injuries were more injuries. Their teams are fighting. Their teams
Yes.
are fighting.
This
Dallas
is absolute truth.
literally watched Andy Dalton, who looks like a cool guy. Looks, you don't hear any problems about him. Your backup quarterback who's balling for you, you just let him get punked, and you don't even do anything about it. That says Dallas has lost the locker room. Why would Dak want to stay there? Is beyond me. So I think he really entertains all the other teams that want a quarterback next year as a free agent, and I think he makes Dallas sweat, and I hope he does.
Promise you, Jerry's gonna franchise him. He's gonna tag him.
Jerry might
Maybe.
if he has no other option. I mean,
He's gonna do it, dude. He's gonna tag him, and that's
They might franchise him again.
so stupid. Because
Embarrassing.
if you're gonna tag him, that's money walking out right there. That's
Yeah.
money. But
It's embarrassing
you
a
have-
quarterback. I've never seen
It
this
is.
with any franchise. I've never seen this with any franchise in the NFL.
Dallas is gonna turn into the next Washington with Kirk.
if he franchises him, and I don't think it would be an exclusive franchise, do you think Dak refuses to sign the tender and would sit out the year if he doesn't get a long-term deal?
No,
Yes.
I don't think so.
Even with the injury? Because this is,
Yes.
a lot of
Because he's
people
still getting paid. Keep in mind, when you're in the franchise tag, you're getting the average of the top 5 players, which is why a quarterback is extremely expensive, and it's also financially stupid. So I don't see Stephen Jones literally letting his dad, no, for real. I know you're senile and you're waiting to just go into the heaven, but seriously, before you do, please stop killing us. Do not franchise. What about it's going to cost $20 million to franchise one player? That's going to be something insane.
No,
I don't think Dallas.
No, he'll go up because he's at 32. He's 32 right now, so it'll go up.
Well, he's
That's-
32 because he got the exclusive franchise tag, which is a little bit
That's
more
what I'm
money.
saying.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
So if it's another $32 million off of one, and then you're just embarrassing yourselves. You're embarrassing yourselves.
That's a
So
lot of money walking out.
So I don't think Dallas wants to lock him up because Dallas has so many problems. I don't know if they want to. They should lock him up. They should have locked him up already, and they
Yeah.
should pay whatever Dak's wanting. I don't think they'll do it. So I think I don't think he'll sit out the year either, because if you came off an ACL, or he broke an ankle.
yeah.
If you came off that in week 3, you have to prove to NFL people that you're worth signing. You don't have the luxury of missing 13 games, then sitting out the whole year. You just don't have that luxury. You're not healthy. So I think he has to prove himself next year for Dallas.
This is true, but if he does go to San Francisco, that is the perfect weapon that Kittle needs, that Mostert would get back, because Dak doesn't want to have to run. He can, but he doesn't want to. He's got so many weapons on offense. We got Ayuk, we got Debo. We just if we can take him on a decently priced contract and still have the money to re-sign all of our defensive starters, then our team is solid. We will be competing in that division against both Seattle
but Dak's
and
agent,
Arizona.
I don't know if Dak's
Yeah.
agent.
We'll see.
I know.
We'll see.
I
Let's
get
keep
that.
going. Yeah, that'll be a debate for another time, probably in the offseason. We'll see. All right. Late afternoon games. Miami going into Denver. Miami is only favored by 3.5 on this one. Rob, what do you got?
I believe in Tua, and more so, I believe in that Miami defense. That defense has been solid. It is the one time a Belichick clone has gone off to do something good. So yeah, go Dolphins.
All right, Nori.
10 offense, top 10 defense. Tua is playing with coconut confidence. I like the Broncos and lock. I like the future of the Denver, but they're not as good as Miami. I'm going to go with Miami.
Chingwing.
You said Miami's top 10 defense?
Top 10 offense, top 10 defense.
Offense, yes. Defense, no. But I will say this: Miami's next 3 games are the most wonderful games ever. I'm gonna tell you right now, picking Miami in all 3. Miami's next 3 games are the Broncos, the Jets, and the Bengals. So, with that being said, Miami's taking a 3-0 run these next 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm picking Miami, but this is actually, I think, going to be a test for Tua. Only because Hawaiian boy, now you got to play.
Miami does have top 10 defense.
Okay, well,
I don't know what, but we can talk about that later. But yeah, Miami definitely does have a top 10 defense.
I think this is going to be a test for Tua. He's been used to playing, close to sea level in Miami. He's from Hawaii. He played in Bama, close to sea level. Now you got to go play in the altitude. So how well is he going to respond there? So that's this. I think this is actually going to be a surprise test for the Dolphins. Granted, they're hot right now, and they're trying to keep pace with Buffalo, especially after last week. I think they can take the lead in the division right now if they win this game. Let me see the standings here. They'll at least tie for the division lead if they get the win, so they'll want to keep pace with Buffalo. So this one means more to them than I think it does Denver. So I am going with Miami as well. So, all right, Jets at Chargers. Jets coming off a bye week. Chargers favored by 8.5. Rob, can the Jets do it? No.
What do you want me to say? It's an no. Just Chargers go.
Okay, all right, Nori.
So the Jets can do it. They don't want to do it. We know they don't want to do it because this is the worst tanking job that's so obvious I've ever seen in football. It's insulting as a fan that they're trying to tell us they don't tank on purpose, because the minute you actually didn't fire Adam Gase week 2 and you know this is all bad and you're like, this is a purpose tank job. So the Chargers traditionally like losing games that they should win, and the Jets don't want to win. This is honestly kind of going to be like a fighting game where you just turn off the block button and just let people go at it. Nobody really wins. Somebody's going to lose, but nobody really wins. But I'm going to go with the Chargers.
All right, Chicken Wing.
Chargers, bro. Come on, Harbor's too solid, bro.
Yeah.
But this is the worst tank job in history. Like you want Trevor or you don't. Like, stop playing with people's emotions.
Yeah, definitely Chargers here. Yeah, the Jets come off a bye, but I'm not going to trust the Jets until they actually do win a game. So that's just really the way of it right now. This is the way, right? Real quick, breaking news in the NBA: Klay Thompson appears may have a torn Achilles injury. MRI scheduled for tomorrow. He might have hurt in a workout, so he may be done for the year. FYI.
In practice, that's a shame.
That sucks.
I like Klay Thompson.
He pulled the Dez, bro. He pulled the Dez Bryant.
Poor guy.
That's a shame, man. That's a shame.
Yeah, that just
damn. And it worked so hard to get back on the court, dude.
That broke about an
That's a
hour.
shame.
That broke about an hour ago, and that's just coming through. So
I hated Golden State with Kevin Durant. I liked him before Durant. With Durant, I hated him, but I never hated him personally. He's just underrated, like a Scottie Pippen not getting his respect. Like, he's a great great baller. So
there's your F-bomb.
That sucks.
All right. Green Bay at Indy. Oh, please, Green Bay, help me out. But Indy's favored by 2.5. Damn it. Rob, who you got?
I've got Indy on this one. I'm going to gamble on Phillips and hope that the right one shows up and that they keep that running game that they had going.
All right, Nori?
Yeah.
The Packers are a bunch of used car salesmen. I don't care what anybody tells me. They keep trying to convince me that a car is drivable with no engine. So, no thank you. The Colts.
If it's going downhill, you can drive it.
Fact.
That's true. Chicken Wing.
I'm going to go with the underdog, Green Bay, on this one. Offense is... Never mind. It's Aaron Rodgers. That's it. I just want to love him a little bit more than I wanted to.
Hold on. It's Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams against a top 5 pass defense.
Mm-hmm.
This is true. This is absolutely true. But the major difference is they have a running game.
Yes.
They just don't have a defense.
Look what they just did to the Titans, who are a better team.
I distinctly remember somebody saying, I don't know which Phillip Rivers is going to show up. I remember this earlier in the show. Okay, so I'm not going to flip a coin on that one. I'm going to go with Aaron Rodgers on that one.
I still trust Indy's, Jekyll and Hyde.
I trust Indy's defense more than I trust Aaron Rodgers.
I trust Indy's two-face Jekyll and Hyde routine more than I actually trust overrated Green Bay.
I'm not saying anything about their defense. I just said Aaron Rodgers' offense is going to be too much.
Like I don't know which great team the Packers have beat that people convinced they're still a great team. I think they've had a soft schedule last year. They had a soft schedule this year. I know they only played on what's in front of them. I get it, but I think Indy is just balling right now.
Yeah, most of the country is going to see this one. It is a battle of two first place teams. Packers currently first in the NFC South.
NFC South.
Or NFC North, excuse me. Excuse me. One of my wife's cousins already messaged me on the Facebook when I shared the link to this, and he's a huge Packers fan. Already go Packers. It's funny because he's a huge Packers fan and his brother's a Vikings fan, so twice a year they just give each other shit. It's hilarious.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a fun family dynamic, I guess. But I have to think the Colts right now are in a tougher race than the Packers, so I hate to pick it, but I'm going to pick the Colts at home. Damn it, because they got an extra bye week. I mean, they got a few extra days off the Thursday night game too to prep for this. I'll be happy if the Packers win. I hope the Packers win, but for the sake of this, I am going to pick Indy to win this one. So yeah, I know. If they lose this one, I'm never trust anybody in my division again because I did that last week with Houston. And the final Sunday late afternoon game, one that we're going to see locally, Dallas at Minnesota. Minnesota is favored by 7. Dallas coming off a bye week.
So it's going to be unanimous for Minnesota, right?
I mean, yeah. Does anybody
really?
I
Really?
really
okay,
hope that
if you're picking Dallas,
okay.
speak now. Go ahead.
I think that a pre-warm-up for the Vikings should be not only does Dallas have the worst defense in the league now, remember how bad Herschel Walker set us back as a franchise. And I hope that they summon all the gods of failure and destroy Dallas 99-0.
Thank you.
Yes.
So, okay, so we're all picking Minnesota.
Unanimous.
Unanimous
Yes.
Minnesota.
Definitely Minnesota.
Thank the heavens on that. I swear to God, you
What was
being
picking
a Giants fan, I was gonna say like you go pick Dallas. You trying to get this? You trying to get the NFC East, bruh?
Well, the way Cook is the way Cook is playing right now, Dallas has literally nobody to stop him. They could get Dallas could play with 13 men on defense and they couldn't stop Dalvin Cook. So
Minnesota currently 4-5 right now, third in the North. If they win this, they'd pull into a tie with Chicago, and Chicago being on a bye this week, they would actually take second place in the division.
When they pull off.
When they pull off, well, we hope.
Exactly.
It's Kirk Cousins, you know.
We hope.
Yeah,
No, we don't. I don't care about Kirk Cousins. I want Justin Jeffries and I want Dalvin Cook just to go off, and we're good.
You know what? To be fair, Kirk does win against Dallas. He does beat
there's
Dallas.
several reasons why.
He did it with Washington. I'm just saying. You like that?
Yeah.
Because I like that. You like that.
All right, we're good.
All right.
On to the real games.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. Rob said it. Okay. Yeah, Sunday night is going to be good. Kansas City going into Vegas after Vegas went into KC, won, and then did a victory lap on their bus around Arrowhead before taking off for the airport. And that seemed to have the Chiefs the wrong way.
That'd be some stuff I would do.
Chiefs are actually favored by 6.5 on the road. And say what you want about the Raiders and this and that. They play their division tough. So I think this is going to be tougher to pick. And it's going to be I think a lot of the country is going to really want to see this game. So, Rob, go ahead. Make your pick on this one.
I'm going to go with the defending champs. I got to go with the Chiefs. They're just too good. It was a closer game than it should have been the first time they played the Raiders, and I think they're just going to get blown out this time. I don't think it's going to be as close as you guys think it is. I think it's going to be a blowout.
All right, Nori?
I only disagree on the final score with Rob. I agree with the pick because I'm not picking at the come to life creative mode player that is Patrick Mahomes. Like the guy's doing stuff you shouldn't be doing as a quarterback. Mm-hmm. It's just amazing. He's crazy. I do think the Raiders will keep it close, but they're not going to beat Chiefs. Chiefs are not going to be called their pants down twice because the Raiders beat them last time, and the Raiders are at home now. I don't think home has a big advantage. I think the Raiders are a different team this year. I don't know if it's the city or what, but they're a different team. I think it'll be close, but I do think the Chiefs will beat them.
All right, Chicken Wing?
Chiefs going to take this one. Like what Nori said, they're not going to get caught with their pants down 2 times. Fool me once, cool, it's on me. Fool me twice? Ha bruh. That's on you.
Unless you're Brady against the Saints.
Oh. against the Giants. Sorry.
Get ready for my upset pick of the week. The Raiders are going to sweep the Chiefs this season. I like the Raiders.
I'm done.
Right now.
I'm walking away right now with this mess.
The Raiders against their own division finds a way to get wins. That's just how they play. I remember one year, granted it might have been a few years ago, but they went 6-0 against their division. They didn't make the playoffs, but they swept their whole damn division. So
a medical side effect. A medical side effect is Crohn's disease, is having huge coconut balls apparently. So by all means, JC.
Hey, if I'm wrong, I got a little bit of a buffer to keep first place, but
I'm not picking against creative player. That's all you.
It's Gruden, and some reason against the division, anything can happen, and they're gonna come in angry, of course, for the victory lap thing. The Raiders, the Raiders got that just win mentality, and I like the Raiders in this. They're playing great.
Really good this year.
They know how to play the Chiefs. That's just what I've seen from them in that one win that they had this year. So. I like the Raiders. I'm going to call it my upset of the week. And if I'm reaching, I might regret it next week, but I'm going to go with the Raiders this week. So, and then Monday night, Rams at Tampa. Rob, your Bucs are favored by 3. I know you're feeling a lot better about this one than you did the previous week. Just get it over with. Your Bucs.
Let's go, Bucs.
Your Bucs are going to win. What's it going to take to beat the Rams?
What's it gonna take?
Yeah.
I want Tom Brady to hook up with Mike Evans. I want running like he ran like last week. Like that's it. Like if Rojo gets the running game and Fournette is just relegated to a bench position because Jones is just going off, I'm a happy camper. And if Antonio Brown does something, great. If he doesn't, no sweat off my back. But I want to see Evans go back up. I really enjoy when Evans is a deep threat, and he's used as one. Like, I think Tom Brady likes to check down a lot more than he should. But, I mean, we have a deep threat. Use it, please. Please, 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 please.
All right.
You know how he's begging, right? You know how he's begging for that one.
Nori, I mean, I get nervous when my team's on national TV too. So.
There's a lot that went into this pick. Honestly, I am picking the Bucs, but I'm not comfortable with it at all because the Rams are underperforming, and the Bucs are greatly underperforming. The Bucs are losing to teams they shouldn't be losing to. You really never know which Bucs team is showing up. The one that scored 46 points, or the one that only scored 3. I generally don't know which Bucs team is showing up, but I'm going to take the who has more talent on paper, which is the Bucs.
All right, J-Wing.
So I'm going to go with the Bucs on this one, not because of Antonio Brown, because he's still a non-factor in their offense, but like what was said earlier, with all the receivers are now coming back. They're coming back healthier. Preseason, it's been gone for about 4 to 5 weeks now. They're finally clicking. Tampa Bay's defense is actually solid, super solid. I think they're number 2 overall. No, they're number 3 overall defense when it comes to yards per game. So having a underperforming Rams as your opponent should be easy work for the Bucs to come in, take care of business, and dip.
This is a clean sweep. I am picking the Bucs, especially the way they responded after losing to the Saints. Their offense just went off, and granted, the Rams did get a big win against Seattle, but you got to fly across the country for this one, and I don't see them winning on the road. In Yahoo, where we picked, you do have a tiebreaker score for this one. I've got the Bucs 35-14. I'll note that I do have the Raiders beating the Chiefs 35-31. So I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, but I still have the Raiders picking the winning.
I think so too. I think this is going to be a really close game of Raiders and Chiefs.
Yeah. So, but yeah, 35-31. I got the I got the Bucs beating the Rams. 35-14 on that one. So
I got the Bucs beating the Rams 31-17. Like I think they're just going to start running away with it second half.
That's what I'm thinking. That the offense is just starting to click, and they don't really need Antonio Brown for that either. So cool, guys. Hey, we made it through the picks. Awesome.
Not a single left bomb. Good job, Mike.
Well, Nori had one. So yeah. I don't know if he meant to do it, but he did.
Bill O'Brien's still not worth that. Jesus Christ, bro.
We'll see. We'll see how we do this week. Next week, with it being Thanksgiving, we are going to be running this on Tuesday night. Just because I know Wednesday we're all going to be prepping for our Thanksgivings with or virtually with family. I'll just let you guys know, Zoom announced that they're lifting the 40-minute time limit on Zoom meetings for Thanksgiving Day. So if you are separated from your family, get on Zoom. You have an unlimited time. Connect with your families all over the world, wherever they are, and share your time with them on Thanksgiving Day. And then you guys can all just connect and just cuss at the TV for 3 good football games we'll be talking about next week as well. So
I don't like my family. It's okay. Half of them are Dallas fans, so that's why I don't like them.
that should be fun then. So you can talk all the crap you want to them, you know.
Week 15, though, I can't wait. We beat up. We still beat the snot out of them. Watch.
That'll be fun to
I'll
talk
laugh
about
when
when we
you
get this
lose.
point.
That's going to cheer up every
Shut your
49ers
mouth.
fan.
I'm gonna
All of
laugh
you
so
shut your
hard
mouth.
when you lose.
You shut your
I'm
mouth.
gonna laugh and I'm gonna cry and I'm gonna keep laughing more when you lose by like 3 points.
Oh,
I'm just going to say
boy.
this now. If a 6-10 New York Giants win the Super Bowl, 2020. That's what I'm going to say.
This is the
20,
interesting part.
2020.
If they win the division at 6-10 and go on to win the Super Bowl, they would be probably the first Super Bowl winner with a losing record on the full season. That's the crazy part.
Facts.
Yes.
That would be the
I would like it on.
craziest
I would
thing.
like it on record that
Yeah.
because he's the one who travels the most and everything. If the Giants win the Super Bowl, I want Rob personally to bring me a T-shirt to my house. Personally.
Mm,
You know what?
mm.
Deal.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well,
You
have
know
to wait for
what?
that
You know
Fanatics
what?
order to come in.
Uh,
Whoop, did it freeze? Hello?
Instantly lose you?
Hey, you there?
Hat. Oh, he's going. Hey, there's Jason.
Okay.
Yeah.
We froze
Yeah,
for a
well,
second.
yeah.
That was
We're
weird. So that was weird.
Okay.
You guys froze
So-
for a minute. So
My bad. Anyway, if they win, Nori, I will personally buy you a Super Bowl championship hat, and I will deliver that bad boy to you. Personally,
Hell, if
you
we-
heard
if
it.
we-
You have it on video record. Like you cannot. I will not back this.
Not only that, if we win one more, no more Dallas. We got 5. We got 5 too. Just one more. Just one more.
all right, let's get to signing off before this gets all crazy here. Our Niners fan, we got Chicken Wing.
Peace out.
Also on the bye this week, we got Nori. And I think he's in a better mood on the bye than Chicken Wing is right now. So, Rob.
$96 million in IR. It's okay.
Rob, thanks for staying awake for this one.
Hey, I tried. That's why I wore a hat, so I can be like,
That's why he has the mask on too.
yeah, totally.
And I'm JC. Tighten up, please, dear God. Wake up. Wake up. Beat
Wow.
Tampa.
Wow, that's a new one. Dude, you should add that. Not tighten up, dear God.
Dear
Hashtag,
God,
dear
yes.
God.
I might
Hey,
start that. See if I can
Tighten up,
change it.
hashtag tighten up, please.
Hey, who's
telling
got
you.
it better than us? Everybody.
Yeah. Right now.
Oh,
Especially
real quick before we sign off.
Wait,
Sorry.
real quickly, you got a
not
few
everyone.
seconds.
The Jets don't.
Yeah.
Mm.
Real quick
Neither
before we
does
sign off.
Dallas.
Hurry. Music's
Before we
playing.
sign off, something really interesting with the Giants is I thought Mark Colombo was like a really, really good pick because that Dallas line was beast. But apparently that wasn't the case because Mark Colombo's been getting less and less responsibility because Joe Judge has been so pissed off with the performance of the offensive line and the performance of Andrew Thomas. So they hired a new offensive lineman, coach as a assistant or, and Mark Colombo apparently got in JoJo's face and started, going off on him. There was originally rumors there was a fist fight, but they killed those rumors. But apparently he had words with him and called him a word, and Mark Colombo is on the unemployment line, and now we have a new offensive line coach.
Well, Colombo wasn't on the unemployment line long because I think he got picked up by the Chiefs. So,
What? Yeah.
yep, that just happened today, I believe. So, thanks.
News.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Enjoy the games this weekend. We'll see you guys next